Okay, welcome to the third lesson of the Web Development Strategy course. And this lesson is all about the eye candy. Okay, so Benjamin Franklin says, by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Okay, so we're going to learn about what this has to do with eye candy and this little quote from Benjamin Franklin. Okay, so the subjects we're going to cover are the Google Keyword Planner, adding media and files, search engine optimization and media, alternate tags and title tags, watermarking, indexing in search engines for media, and then we're going to wrap it up with using the Bing keyword tool. Okay, so I have some suggestions for you though. I use one browser for my personal things and I use a different browser for my business things. I usually use Chrome, Google Chrome for my business things, and I'll use Firefox for my personal stuff. This keeps things separate because sometimes there's, things of a personal nature that I don't want getting out on to, my business clients, and there's things, that are just professional. I don't involve with my friends or anything like that. So I try to keep them separate, and I usually use two different browsers to do that. Another suggestion is I store my passwords in the Google Drive spreadsheet. Okay, now why do I do this? Number one, it's secure. And number two, it's accessible. It's always accessible to where I'm at. So if I need to look up a password or something like that, I could keep different passwords on hundreds of different websites as long as I can access my Google Drive spreadsheet. So that's what would be important. Okay, so Google Drive, what is it? It's a cloud server that's always accessible. Okay, you can find things fast and easy that way in Google Drive. It's provided through your Gmail. It's associated with your Google Drive. It's an API or application programming interface. You could give your password document a unique name that you will remember, something like usernames and passwords or something like of that nature. Make sure you don't share it with anybody though. So here's a sample of the database that kind of like the structure that I use. And in this first column here, I'll put the name of the company or that I'm doing business with. And then in the second column, I'll put the URL. I'll put the exact URL to whatever it is, whether it be my Bing Webmaster Tools or whatnot. And then, of course, I'll put in my username. I'll put in my password. And then the email associated with that account. And then finally, I'll make a little note or maybe include my account number in the last column. So that's been proved very successful for me, and help eliminate a lot of the frustration for all the usernames and passwords possibly in all your social media platforms. You have Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, or not YouTube. YouTube's associated with your Google stuff, but you'll have LinkedIn, Pinterest, and a bunch of different ones. So this is a great way to keep them all separate and keep track of them. Now, the Google Keyword Planner, it continues to evolve, not only in name, but functions as well. It was originally known as the Google Keyword Tool. It's now called the Google Keyword Planner. Okay, trying to communicate what it's about. It's there to plan. And remember our quote about Benjamin Franklin, by failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. So by using the Google Keyword Planner, you can implement a strategy. This is still a free feature from Google, and it can be easily integrated into a pay-per-click campaign. Okay. Now the requirements is you must have an AdWords account to access the Keyword Planner. Okay. You must have an email. This does not have to be a Gmail account, but I highly recommend it. And if it's not a Gmail account, Google will create one for you to be associated with that account. Okay, because that's how Google's going to get a hold of you. Now, your AdWords account, we're going to go ahead and go through a scenario setting up one now. So we're going to go through the steps. Okay, so when we go to Google AdWords and we go on to sign an account, first we'll put in our email. We'll select our country, select our time zone, of course, and then our currency. And we're here in the United States, so we're going to use the US dollar. And don't forget, then you'll click Save and Continue. Your next screen will look like this. You'll put in excuse me, you'll put in your name, your current email address, you'll create a password, put in your birthday, your mobile phone, and you can enter those numbers, and if you're to prove that you're not a robot, put in your location and agree to the terms, and then click next step. Then you're going to come to a screen like this. Great job. You're just one step away from your new AdWords account. So you'll have to confirm your account in your Google AdWords. All right. So then after you confirm it, you'll get a congratulations like this. And you'll select take me to my account. Okay. And now this is how we're going to access our keyword planner. We'll get a screen like this. We'll go up here and we'll click this Tools and Analysis, and we'll get a drop down that looks like this. We want to select the Keyword Planner. Next, we'll be taken to a screen that looks like this, and you want to click on this box here that says Search for New Keywords and Add Group Ideas. Now, let's go over the strategy before we actually enter any keywords here. Okay? Think insight. Think about what your service or product offers the person. Do not think about yourself. You want to clear your mind and put yourself in your potential customer's point of view, or in the surfer's point of view. Have an out-of-body experience, okay? So now it's time to brainstorm. We're going to go through this strategy. Okay. So the product you want to market is a tutorial for a WordPress plugin called TablePress. So we're going to enter TablePress plugin tutorial. In this scenario, you already have written an article on your website, and it is published. So we're going to enter that URL to customize the results for a particular rank, because we want Google to see. We're going to try to compare something that we've already done, that we've already written, because a lot of you already have websites and you want to know how you're ranking for that keyword. Did you do a good enough job? So you'll enter your landing page, your specific page to that URL. Now, you'll pick a product category that Google offers. Now, if you're not sure about how you should categorize things, this is also a great way to pick the categories for your website. Okay? Now, the first time around, we're not going to target a location or language or ad network or negative keywords, so we can scope out our keyword a little bit better. Okay, and we're not going to customize our search just yet with the filters and options. Right now, we're just in the brainstorming mode for our current article. We want to see how good of a job that we've done. So we're going to go ahead and click Get Ideas, all right? So we could see here, these are the variables that I entered. Okay, TablePress tutorial, and then I put my landing page and category page. And these are my results, okay? So I see that I have a lot of high competition, and I don't like them very much, all right? So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to take this category, and I'm going to try to select another category. I find sometimes I choose the wrong category for my service or my items. Okay, so I'm going to select computers and electronics, and you'll notice that I get more results here. Okay, so those are kind of better. So I know that I'm probably showing up. You know, I did okay for my article that I'm trying to compare this against in this particular category. So that's the category I probably want to use. Now, to give even more ideas, I'll choose all categories, and I'll get something that looks like this. So you see, I'll have more choices here as we go down. So since I left my URL in above, I can see that on the broader playing field, I have less competition, and I make it to the front page of Google a little bit easier using these ad groups ideas. Now, I could take these keywords and restructure my article to include them, so I know that if I use these keywords and I include them in my article, I could possibly make the front page of Google with them as well. Now, by entering the URL, I'm asking Google to compare my web page, of course, with the competition. Okay, so you see I got high, medium, and low competition for these specific keywords that I'm comparing against my web page for that keyword phrase, TablePress tutorial. Okay, so when I take my URL out of the URL, you'll see that I get less ideas about what to include on my page. Okay, so Google's no longer looking at my web page and trying to pick out keywords that would be low or medium or high competition for me. But if I just say enter table press tutorial, see that I get less search results, because now it's no longer comparing to the article that I've already written. Okay, so my reflection on the strategy is hindsight is 20/20. So if you compare something that you've already written, you can get better ideas from the Google AdWord or the Google Keyword Planner. So if you know what you're doing wrong, it's easier to correct it in the future. That's why I taught you this method first. Okay, this will help you with what I'm about to show you. Okay, so now Groundwork Strategy. Let's examine a brand called Glamhorns. Now right away, if you're looking at this for the first time, you have no idea what Glamhorns is. But what they are products that sell, it's a website that sells decorative instrument apparel. Okay? Now the objective is to get to the products on the first page of Google. The task is to find keyword phrases that match these items, that are related to the content that are in Glamhorns, okay? So we want to conduct unbiased research. When branding, make sure that your product descriptions are unbiased, okay? The terms we want to research are related to instrument decor or instrument decorations, something of that nature. By unbiased, we're going to forget Glamhorns in our research, okay? We don't want to get, even though we're branding that, we're not going to have any problem ranking for Glamhorns, okay? Because Glamhorns is not a searched word in Google. So, but since that's the name of our company, we're going to come up first every time because it's not a highly searched word. So that's the strategy right now. So what we want to get indexed for is keyword phrases that are highly searched, like instrument decorations, guitar instrument decorations, so on and so forth. Okay, so we're going to implement target methods during this research. We'll implement keyword filters and options to help narrow down our audience to the serious buyers. Okay, let's get started. All right, so here we go. We're going to type in instrument decor. All right, and right over here for the United States, we're going to select our location. And right now, we're in the Youngstown, Ohio area. This is Mahoning County, so we're going to select that. Okay, so we have seven locations selected for our targeting. So you can see that the search results went down a little bit. All right, and these are, of course, the different areas that we targeted in our location. Okay, of course, we want the English language because the website is in English. And we're going to target just Google because this platform here makes it easy for you to create an AdWords campaign. And so Google and Google Search Partners, if you want to show up on the Search Partners pages, you would select both of these. But we're only interested in searching Google right now. So for negative keywords, we'll go to keyword ideas here, and we see that violin tuning has nothing to do with instrument decorations, does it? It has something to do with tuning your violin. So maybe we put something like tuning in our negative keyword list so we don't show up there. Okay, that's if we were going to do a Google AdWords campaign. This is really necessary right now for this strategy that we're trying to implement. We're just trying to rank organically. Okay, but if you're doing an AdWords campaign, you want to scan down through this list and pick out negative words that have nothing to do with your business or article that you're writing. Don't spend too much time on it. We're going to hand pick out our keyword phrases anyway. Okay, so if we want to include or exclude different things, we can do that in this box here. So maybe we want to include only words containing decor. Okay, so if we do that, you know, we'll have different search results. So maybe we want instrument decorations. So we're going to change that keyword phrase to instrument decorations. We could see that there's there's a lot more opportunity here for targeting low competition keywords organically. Remember to keep changing the keyword as you look at the suggestions. Remember that we're targeting a region, so the searches aren't going to be very high. Whenever you're demographically targeting the targets. The competition is usually going to be low, and the searches are not going to be high. Even 10 searches a month is good. That's 10 potential customers for your local store. Okay, even 0 is good. I mean, Google a lot of times doesn't keep track of every keyword phrase, and I'm going to demonstrate that here in a minute. These numbers are averages for the past 12 months. So the real number goes up and down depending on the interest at that time. So some things are seasonal. You know, instrument decor would probably be a little bit more popular around the holidays or Christmas when they're having orchestras, you know, that they want to put Christmas ornaments on there. So there's different, you know, you have to think about all the different things that are entitled or that contribute to a business. You know, for instance, if you were an excavator and you ran a backhoe or something of that nature, construction, you know, your business goes down in the winter. It gets probably overloaded in the summertime. So as you're trying to develop the strategy, you know, you want to think about those things. So don't let the numbers fool you. Here's an example of one of my keyword phrases. I wrote an article on WooCommerce variation swatches. Okay, here's what the keyword planner told me. Notice it says no searches. No searches at all. Okay, so, you know, right away, you know, it could be like, I'm not going to write about that. There's no searches. Okay, well, here's what I found. My Google Analytics for the past 28 days revealed that I've had several page views on the WooCommerce variation swatches photos WordPress, 344. Okay, my Google Webmaster Tools for the past 28 days showed me that I've had these numbers, people looking for WooCommerce variations and swatches. Okay, so that's what I found. So even though the keyword planner told me that there was no searches, what I found in real life data is that there are searches for it. You know, people are searching. Maybe they're using a different combination of keyword phrases. Okay, so here's the point. Market and interests go up and down. Use the keyword planner only as a tool, and don't let it dictate everything that you do. It's a tool to give you ideas about what people are interested in. It's also a tool to create an ad campaign for the Google AdWords, okay? So just the fact that there are those keyword phrases suggestions within the Google Keyword Planner shows you that there have been people searching for those terms, you know. Their data is not totally accurate, as I pointed out. Now, there are a lot of keyword phrases that are not tracked. Let me show you an example. Okay, of my site alone from the organic searches, I had 458 visits where the keyword was not tracked. And you can see this here in my, let me go back up here. I had 458 keywords from my analytics that the keyword was not provided. Okay, so it wasn't provided. So how do they track it if it's not provided? So a lot of times there's a lot of people using devices, or they're using an incognito or private window, you know, to get search results, but these results are not tracked. Okay, so going back to the keyword planner, when you find a keyword you want to use, add it by clicking the arrows under Add to Plan. So this is part of the strategy. See these little two arrows that look like pointy brackets? So you click Add to Plan, and it's going to add that to your plan. Now you can save all the keywords you choose in a spreadsheet like Excel. And what you would do is you would click this little download arrow, and you could download everything that you save at once into an Excel spreadsheet. So, and once you click download, you can choose the Excel CVS, and then click download, and then you'll have it. And you can include the averages, monthly searches, competition, and other statistics by ticking this, or segment by month. This will give you January through December. You can include clicks and impressions only if you set a bid. So we're not really interested in that right now. What we want to do is rank organically. But if you were interested in the bidding, that's how you would do it. And then you go through with creating your campaign. You want to analyze the data. Okay, basically after I download my Excel spreadsheet, I will do something like this. I'll include first my keyword, my competition, my monthly search, and then the bid. Okay, this gives me the metrics that I need to decide on what keyword phrases to include in my articles. Okay. Next thing you want to do is start writing. Use this information to start writing. Form the keyword phrases into questions. Example for the keyword instrument decorations. What are instrument decorations? What kind of decorations can I put on my instrument? Can I read music while the decoration is on my instrument? Are there any alternatives to instrument decorations? Things of this nature. You want to answer a bunch of questions. So you want to have a Q&A basically on your website to have great content. Here's another, a better way. I wouldn't necessarily term this a better way, but the term instrument decorations is broad. So if you want to, let's see if we can focus in on a particular instrument for decorations. What is guitar decor? Now this is kind of a tongue twister for me. I have a hard time saying guitar decor. But where can I place guitar decor on my instrument? Will the guitar decor damage my instrument in any way? How much can I get guitar decorations for? Or will guitar decor affect my playing? Are there any other alternatives to this guitar decoration? So on and so forth. So these are the different questions that you want to ask throughout your article utilizing your keyword phrase. So my keyword phrase here was guitar decor, right? Or guitar decorations, so on and so forth. And you can use variations of those phrases throughout these questions and then go ahead and answer them. Okay, so the strategy. Use broader terms on home pages and category pages, okay? Use focus terms on the product or article pages themselves, okay? So that's what you want to do. And you know what, let me elaborate a little bit on this for you here. I want to bring up my website right here, a1websitepro.com. If you go to my blog, I try to practice what I preach about, search engine optimization. So I just posted this article here a few minutes ago about customizing the FeedBurner email subscriptions. Now, you'll notice I have my anchor text for, so people could go straight to the section of the page where they need to go. But you'll see I'll have my heading. It's almost like a question, and then I'll have my paragraph, which is an answer. Then I'll have a heading tag, and then I'll answer. Email marketing tools, customizing FeedBurner and email subscriptions, and then once again I'll have the answer to that. And further down, just kind of like my other web development strategy lessons that I had in the last lesson about writing. So we're going to use broader terms on our home pages and categories pages, and we're going to use focused terms on the product pages and articles. Okay, so if we go to my home page on A1 Website Pro, you see this was a very targeted keyword phrase: customize FeedBurner email subscriptions, including your YouTube RSS feed. But if we go to my home page, what does my home page say? Okay, well, my home page is what is web development, all about web development, this, that, and the other. And you notice here, whenever we look at some of my posts, my top pages and posts, these are very targeted keyword phrases. Okay. And that's what you want. That's what you want as far as your strategy. Okay, so let's talk about adding media and files. Okay, search engine optimization and media files. This lesson is all about the eye candy. So whatever people see, if they see something nice, they're going to want to click on it. They want to go there, look at it, and so on and so forth. So what you want to do is save images with the keywords. So we just got done using the Google Keyword Planner. We saved all of our keyword phrases in an Excel document. We want to save our images by using our keyword phrases in the file name. Okay, so remember the last lesson I was talking about having 3 different folders on your desktop. One is going to be media, all right? So use the keyword phrases that you took from your Google Keyword Planner. Think about the web page individually. Remember, websites are not indexed. Web pages are, okay? Websites are not indexed. Whenever we search in Google and, possibly, for our keyword phrases, in fact, let me go here and go back to my blog on A1 Website Pro, and we'll search my keyword phrase, customize a FeedBurner. Now, I just published this a few minutes ago, not very long ago. You can see that I published it today, March 8th, 2014. Now I'm going to search Google for that, and you can see I'm already here in the #1 position. Actually, I'm in number 1 and number 2. This is my YouTube channel with the video that I did for customizing feed burner email subscriptions. Okay, so this is the strategy. You want to be number 1 in YouTube. You target those keyword phrases, that are low competition and that are searched highly. Okay, so think about the web page individually. Whenever we went to Google to search for our keyword phrase here, okay, they're not giving you a link to my home page, are they? They're giving you a link to that particular article. So when we click on this, it's going to this URL, not my home page. So that just goes to show you that web pages are indexed, not websites. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that that point was very clear. Now, dedicate a folder to each page before you upload them. Okay, so let me give you an example. I kind of referred to this prematurely, but what we want to do is place a file on your desktop. We're going to call this Guitar Instrument Decorations. Okay, and we're going to place 3 folders within that folder. One we're going to label descriptions, okay. The other one we're going to label keywords, and the other one we're going to label media. That's how we're going to place these 3 different folders within that one folder, okay, for Guitar Instrument Decorations. Now what we're going to do is save our files, or rename our files. Let's say, we took these pictures and now we want to rename these files to whatever our keyword phrases are. Do this on your computer before you upload them to your site. It'll make life a lot easier on you. You want to basically describe what the picture is about. If it's about an Eagle guitar instrument decoration, that's what you want to put. Okay, so let it make sense. Relate it to whatever the photograph describes. Okay, and that's what your keyword phrases should be. Now, prepare. Upload all your media files at once so you have them at your disposal when writing your article. If you're in a WordPress content management system, under Media, you'll click Add New, just like you see here. And then you'll have your folder on one side with your images and the upload new media. All you have to do is drag and drop them, and that's what's going to happen. Okay, and then you'll see them right here. Well, the next thing you want to do is you want to click this little edit button. Okay, and notice the title and the link to the media. Okay, already you have Eagle on guitar instrument decoration. All right, and look at the URL structure here. If you look at the URL structure, you'll see, maximuspicella.com, but the final part of it, Eagle on guitar instrument decorations. So guess what that's going to be indexed as? Eagle on guitar instrument decorations. So that's great search engine optimization for you. Now, if you scroll down on the page, you're going to find these little blocks. You definitely want to fill in the alternative text. You could call it Eagle on guitar instrument decoration as well. You can even give it a description. That would be a good idea as well, to describe what this image is about. And you see your WordPress SEO by Yoast. You can fill out that information there to make sure that you're utilizing your keyword phrase effectively. So when you make a post or a page, all your information will already be in there when you embed that picture in your web page. Okay? So here is an article I did on how to take good photos, Photography 101. And you can see that there's a picture that I used. But look at the URL. The URL, the final URL is how to take good pictures. And then down here on my alternative text, it says how to take good pictures. So when the spider comes here, it's not going to recognize the picture. It's going to look at the alternate tags and title tags to index this particular picture in their search engine. Okay, so that's how those pictures are indexed. Now, as far as other media, you want to make sure you do this for all of your media. Images, PDF files, and more. Anything that you want to be optimized for the search engines, you want to do this. Now, use YouTube to host your videos, but use the same principle by naming your files after the keyword phrases. You'll notice whenever you upload a YouTube video, that file will automatically become the title. Okay? Why not have your YouTube video describe what your article is about or your phrase? Okay, so let's talk about watermarking. People search images every day. Why not take that advantage to shoot people back to your website with a watermark? Okay, so there we go, glamhorns.com, with this Eagle on guitar instrument decoration. Okay. Now, one of the things that you could do, and I prepared a little video, you could search for it on YouTube, but it's this little image watermark plugin by D-Factory. I found that this was a great little plugin to watermark your images, and if you have any, if you need any instructions, just go to my YouTube channel and Google or search for image watermark, and you can play this video here for yourself in your own time. Now, more about watermarking. If you go to A1 Website Pro, search watermark, and then you'll be able to view more details about watermarking. I have that video on my website as well, so that you guys can educate yourselves about what watermark is. I've also programmed a little plugin that will watermark with text. If you just want to watermark a couple images, that would be good for you to do. Okay, let's talk about branding. Creating a logo design isn't just about creating a pretty visual, is it? What you're doing or taking part in is developing a brand and communicating a position. It makes sense then that the first step in creating a logo design should be to research these concepts. Okay, so logo and branding tips. Make a lot of sketches. Be original and simple. Search Google Images for logo inspiration. Okay, resist the urge to imitate someone exactly. Avoid fonts that are gimmicky. Okay, use blank space effectively. Keep it clean. Experiment a lot. Now, branding means association. Here are some examples. We know about FedEx, Twitter, Facebook, Walmart, Target. How about Healthy Old Goat or Rooted Forensic Engineering? These are all logos that are communicating something to people. They put this in their letterheads. And you basically find this everywhere. So logo and branding, this is a very effective means, especially like Glamhorns, the brand Glamhorns. Wouldn't it be great if they had a logo associated with Glamhorns? Then every time somebody sees that, they would recognize that as, oh yeah, that's the instrument decoration place. They have decorations for your instruments. So logos are very important. This brings us to the Bing keyword tool. Now this is just going to be a short little piece. Okay, we're going to elaborate on it later. Number one, you have to have a Microsoft account. It is free as well. You have to have a website and verify it in Bing. It's all laid out in the course materials. And if you don't have the course materials, they'll be available on a1websitepro.com, webdevelopmentadvisor.com. It's probably be the best place to get it, and then googlewebsitepro.com. But the course materials contain a lot more information than what we're going over here in these PowerPoints. I just made these PowerPoints. It's related to the course materials so that people will can grasp a better understanding on what it's all about. So it does not have as many metrics as the Google Keyword Planner. So let's take a look. So if we go to the Bing Webmaster Tools and we go down here to where it says Keyword Research under Diagnostics and Tools, and we type in something like instrument decorations, we're going to get a list like this. Okay, and so here are their recommendations for their keyword phrases. You could target a country, a language, date, last 30 days, or a customized date. If you want to make it strict, you can tick this box, have only searches related to instrument decorations. One of the things that I do is I definitely look at the appeared in search, how many times. This is when I'm trying to optimize my articles for Bing. But the other thing that I'll do is we'll hover over these little dollar signs, and it seems like $2 or $3 is a magic number. If I could get something that's under $2 or $3, I know that not a lot of people are bidding on this particular keyword phrase. So if I want to index for it organically, that I probably have a better chance of doing that. So that's kind of like my strategy as far as using the Bing Webmaster Tools. I'm sure that they're going to continue to advance this feature. Bing has a lot of new things that are coming up, and you're going to be able to see these in actions in the next few lessons, especially in lesson 7, where they're implementing a lot of different kinds of strategy for their search engine, because they're trying to catch up with Google, of course. All right, so in the next lesson, we're going to be talking about writing. And not just writing, but writing deep content that is indexed. We're going to write a test article on our websites to test our indexing. All right. We're going to talk about anchor links and keyword strategy as far as anchor links are concerned. We're going to get into Google AdSense and how to set up a Google AdSense. There's nothing better than free money on your website. Not only that, but have relevant content served in our sidebars. We're going to talk about SERP, the search engine results page or search engine rank position, and the indexing of it. We're going to be talking about how to back up our website, because this is very important for a lot of us that have a lot of content on our websites. So backing it up is very important. It'd be so horrible just to lose that because we failed to back it up and some hacker or something happened to our server or wherever our server was. Maybe the building caught on fire. There's a lot of different things that could happen. So make sure you back up your websites. It just only makes sense to do so. All right, this is Max with A1 Website Pro. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, this web development strategy lesson. I look forward to seeing you on the next lesson where we can talk about these subjects.